Good morning, guys. Rick Shaw here on the first day of 2023. We're having a fabulous day, but of course with the clouds over there, this could change at a drop of a hat. But it's hot in the sun today, and I'm glad we got a good warm one for a change. We're sitting on here. You guys can call me Mr. Stinky. We're on our fifth day of absolutely zero water upstairs. You know, I could just hear the fellow who runs this water district and all those people up there. You know, they're saying, "Oh, look, it's holidays. You know, maybe we should have some water for them." And I could just hear that big fat guy sitting there going, "Water, water. They don't need no stinking water." You know, this is just. You know what? They don't live here, so what do they care? These people don't give a flying crap about this. But I did get somebody really got on me on a comment about, I'm complaining. Well, pal, you go ahead and you get your house and have no water in your place and see how you stinking like it. This is just how it goes here, and I'm not gonna miss this place at all when we finally leave. And I don't care if it falls down. This is how my New Year's starting anyway. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Guys know this. I just want everybody who's coming here. I know there's a lot of guy who wants to come, and I've seen these vlogs too, where everything's fairies and roses and all this stuff here. But use your common sense and look. And if you're going to contract a house, I think it's better to do it yourself, honestly. But check the ground. Don't get fooled into ground. And don't get fooled into some chick, when you're not married, and we'll build the house and I love you forever and all this stuff, and then she kicks you out. Watch all that kind of stuff. Happens all the time here, guys. Make sure you got the water. Check on everything in the area. One thing I'll tell you guys, when I was in Carmona, that was the absolute best for electric and water. Tons of water pressure, electricity all the time, except for one short time. They really know how to run things there. They just do a fantastic job. GMA wasn't so good. We had water a couple hours a day, but I knew that going in, so it was no big deal. It's like camping. But this one here, I came in and I didn't want any camping. I wanted to set my family up in a nice place, and just impossible in this place. It looks good. These stinking dogs, and that's another thing too. When you move here, be prepared for a ton of noise. Just make sure you know that coming in. It doesn't matter where you go. One thing though, when I was down in Manduro, that was kind of nice. The chickens shut up down there at night because it seems everybody that we knew or where we went, they shut their lights off. So the chickens, they sleep. They only start crowing when the light comes on. But around here, they leave these dang lights on all night. The fella in the back here that's got, 50, 60 chickens, he leaves that big sodium lamp burning all night. So they're crowing all night. That's how you shut them up. You just put them in the dark. It's just like a parrot. When some people get tired of their parrot squawking, they put a cover over it, and the parrot shuts up. It's just how it works. But I'm to the point where I think they like their noise. Like when they do karaoke, that was going on yesterday. They have, there's no reason there should be a potentiometer on the on the volume. Okay, there shouldn't be. There should just be on in full blast, because they never use anything in the middle anyway. So you know that also. And here they tell you, okay, 10 o'clock, no more karaoke. That don't matter. That don't matter. If they're Filipinos, they're just going to do it anyway. And people can complain. It makes no difference. They're not going to stop. Also here, the other thing too, if you're going to be in a development like this one, I didn't want to go down on the far edge because it all looks like it's caving into the river, and the big piece of wall just fell out again. There's a massive piece of wall that they had just fixed and put all the stone. It's gone. It's down in the river. So we came up on this end, but if I'd have known better, I'd have been farther up that way, because we get all the chicken sounds right over the wall in the karaoke. We had, I think what happened was they were having a ritualistic sacrifice or something over the wall, with the karaoke, and they were karaoke or something. It was really some strange people singing yesterday, but we didn't go out. We didn't want to go out on the road or anything like that because of the drivers. They're bad enough when they're sober. So that's another thing, the holidays here. If you get all set up in advance and take care of that business. Another thing that happened to us, and it also happened to Mark, was the transfer-wise must have got bunched up. I got mine. It's days ago. What day did I get that? I think it was on Thursday that mine came in, and I went to do the transfer, and it's going to be in on the 8th. So, it's the holidays really slowed that one up. And they say that it's sent out and all this stuff, but banks can be like your bank is doing it. I hate how they do this stuff, but we're good. We got our freezer and fridge is stocked. Cupboards are all full, so we're just going to keep plugging along and get this taken care of. Our awnings going to be finished up. He's going to drill some holes and put some light rebar up for places to hang the clothes. And I'll get my wife one of them sticks so she can put them way up high, and that way I can walk through there, instead of me dodging all the stuff in there. So we've got the stuff, and we had Wes stop over and Nami, and so that's going to be cool. He's going to be heading out pretty soon. We got our buddy Holcomb. That A with the little round circle over the top, you don't pronounce the A, you pronounce the little circle over the top like an O. But he's Holken. He's on the flight right now, and he's going to be landing tonight at around 6. I thought it was 6 in the morning, but it was 6 p.m. So he's going to be here, and we're going to get to see him. Maybe we'll do a vlog with him. I want to do a live coming up. I didn't want to do it on the Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So I'll just do it. I'll do one next week. We'll just chit chat about what you guys think. I've been seeing that the viewership, my buddy that's running my studio, he said, man, you're getting just hammered with new subscribers, tons of them, but I'm not seeing any numbers go up here. So it's just how it's going to be. Like I say, I mentioned it before. The girl who works for YouTube, she works for like the corporate account part of them and helps people with their I think it's the advertisers she helps, and helps them with making sure the channels and where they're going to put ads and all this kind of stuff. And she basically told me, she goes, they got your number. You spoke of this thing, and you were political and spoke what you thought. And she said they're never going to allow you to do anything. It's just not going to happen. So that's why we're going to be doing the new channel down the road. I'm not getting in a hurry to do it yet. We got big stuff coming up. By the end of the first quarter, that's our target date, and we'll have a break, and then we'll do the announcement if everything goes, if all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, it'll be happening. So, and I'll tell you what, this stuff here in the Philippines, as a Westerner, you got to be aware that this is the normal here. This is normal, and I don't care where you go. I remember we went on vacation and we took a shower and it would scald you and freeze you, and this is supposed to have been a 5-star hotel. All this stuff is the way it goes. And I remember watching Seinfeld. They have where he did the one on the reservation and keeping the reservation, for his car, and that's here. So be careful of that when you come. I've just heard of a couple people that came. They had a reservation at a hotel, and then when they got there, they had no room. Sorry, we gave your room away because the guy was 5 minutes late or something like that. It's a lot of things here you guys need to check out. And I do watch some other channels, and some of them are pie in the sky. It's just, that's so wonderful, and it's a better place, and fairies and pixie dust and all this stuff. Be warned, guys. I'm telling you, be warned. I've been trying to do this channel since I started and being as honest as I can and having things the way I see it. And just keep an eye on things when you come here. Watch yourself, because there's scammers all over the place. Don't drink the water. make sure you get good drinking water. We actually went down to a place, and that's when we had the blue things to go get the water, and I used to go down there with a little dolly and go get it myself. And the guy picked up this rag. For some reason, Filipinos can't smell mold and fungus. If we got a dish rag that's on the counter and it's full of mold and fungus, my wife will pick it up, stick it on her nose, and her nose will smell. And she can't smell it. It's just, howdy. But she can't smell it. It's just they can't. And me, I can smell it from 3 feet away that it's moldy and fungusy. Time to go in the wash and get a new one. Like a dish rag or something. Well, he picked up this old nasty rag he's probably been using for months and swiped it inside of my blue thing, and it fills it up with water. And I'm like, pal, I don't want that water. So make sure you find a really good water station. We got real lucky with this living water here in Lipa. The dude is a top-notch water guy. He changes his filters just every month instead of waiting for the gallon count. He gets them out. He keeps it clean. He's top notch. He's a really good guy for making sure that his water is good stuff. He's got all different kinds, alkaline water and all this stuff. So I can't talk about him enough. He's a pretty good guy. He's a little more expensive than everyone else, but it's like the old man used to say: you get what you pay for. So you got to watch that. We did have a good guy in GMA, but he got sick and passed away. That rhymed. But he was a pretty good guy. And after that, we had trouble finding water. A clean place. It was a lot of young kids starting it up. Their parents want to start them a business, and they start it up, and they really don't take the time to do a good job. And we ran into that quite a bit. Quite a bit. Our guy in GMA, he used to, he would take the valves out and clean them. He'd get in there with his little brush and clean the valves. Clean them off in some vinegar water, and always a spotless place. And it's a shame. He got sick, and just went too fast. That's all there was to it. So hey, noisies. This is what you get here, guys. It's everywhere. I've been walking past this for 2 years. Howdy. 2 years, and they still do that. They still yak. Most of them do here. You think by now they'd get to know me, and I went for a walk this morning about 4 with my pup dog, and we have to alter our course so that we don't have all these barking. I don't want to wake my neighbors up, but they ought to do something. Put a muzzle on them. Put a muzzle on them at night or something. Some of them I feel so sorry, though. That's another thing here in this country. I feel so sorry for the pup dogs. They're not a pet. I come to the conclusion a long time ago, they're basically garbage disposals. They don't even feed them dog food, or they never go out and pet them. They put them on a short chain and basically throw them in solitary confinement for their entire life until they die. I've seen a lot of people, they never worm them. They don't take them to the vet. They don't clip their nails. That one poor dog up there, his nails are curled over backwards because he lives on that cage and on the soft ground. And it's crazy. Shaky, we don't have to trim her claws because she runs on the concrete all the time. But she got caught, so we're gonna have some pups. We had a thing here where the one night, we always get accused of leaving our dog out, and she stays right around here. And they called up and they said, hey, your dog's running around the guardhouse, and she was sitting right next to me. So any dog that has 4 legs, they kind of say it's our dog. But she did slip away one day, and then wouldn't listen to me, ran off with the other dog, so she got caught. So she's just been lounging. I don't think it's going to be another month or so, and she'll be popping some pups. But probably be pretty good pups, because she's got a great temperament. Love this little pup. She's one of the good dogs that I've had. She's doing just what she's supposed to. If the kids go out and play, she goes with them. She's heck on snakes, lizards, frogs. She kind of likes to just go sniff them and push them around because they don't care. She runs up to a frog and she'll push it around with her nose, and they just sit there, kind of like a turtle would. But but she goes after the lizards. and the snakes. And that's what I wanted. I don't want these kids messing around. I have to have them now. They got a standing rule now. They're not allowed up in any of this grass here, you know, because all the glass and the garbage. I mean, this is the construction site. Okay, guys, this is just how they do it. Okay, just throw this stuff here. They throw it all around. They leave it. You know, this is just how Demeterland runs their jobs. But I don't think they're alone in doing it like this. You know, they don't want to pay for hauling the stuff away, so they just pile it up. And then instead of hauling it away, if they start a new house here, they'll just pick it up and move it somewhere and throw it in some other lot. There's a tire. They just got rid of that. That thing's been there forever and a day. Will they take it down? What for? You know, and I'm afraid the kids are going to try to climb on that and it's going to collapse on them. You know, so we've had to been watching them real close. They throw glass in there and the grass grows up and they run through there and chop themselves open. You know, and what the heck does Demeterland care? You know, why would they even care? They don't. They're another one just like the water guy. They don't live here. But this is, you know, this is just how it's good. This is something if you're building, you're going to see this. And this I haven't seen it just here. Now we did see the one builder that their site was super clean. You know, but he was building just a house or two here and there. He wasn't building like a development like this. If you want a house here, it's got to be done through Demeterland. And from what I understand, they're all sold. But see all this stuff? That wire thing's been sitting there. I'm afraid these kids are going to get, you know, step on something like this, a rusty nail, and get tetanus. And they're boys. They want to run. You know, they just want to run this stuff. You know, just look at this. You know, I worked in construction for a long time, and we kind of had a pride in our work. We never left a mess. I know they used to tease, you know, electricians, saying electricians are the dirtiest guys. We used to go through there half an hour before the shift was up, maybe 20 minutes, depending on how bad it was, like if we were drilling. We'd go through, we had a big backpack vacuum cleaner, suck all our stuff up. And when we left, usually it was cleaner than when we got there. That was just a company policy. And something like this, you know, the one fella I worked for, if he came into a job and it was like this, he wouldn't even take the job. You know, we walked into one. I went with this fella out in California, and we were going to go look over this big rehab of like an 8-unit apartment. And they had a company come in and like do some demo, taking the old lights out and stuff. I guess he sold the lights and fixtures and all that stuff. And then he wanted us to come in and re-pull it. And it was nails and boards and all kinds. And he says, well, when are you going to clean this up? And the owner was like, well, you can clean it up before you start. And my boss, he's like, let's go. But see, this has been here forever and a day, guys. And there's that big chunk. They just replaced this here. Look at this. The kids play on this. They're going to get hurt, guys. You know, they're going to get hurt. Look at this metal. This metal will cut the crap out of you. Okay? And this has just been laying here forever. And I really worry about the kids going off the edge. Here's the. They just replaced this. There's a Mr. Speed Racer again. Okay, see this? They had just done all that rock there. They just done it. And look at this. It's just all caved in. There's their bathroom. See, look at that. It just goes right out the pipe out into the river there, and this all collapsed down there. And then there's that dirty garbage river down there. And this is look at all this. This is how it is. This is, you know, when you pay 2.2 million, I guess you got to pay a lot more to get something different. But that's what we paid, and you know, this is what you get. Howdy, morning.
Morning.
So, oh, they got some kind of gate around their front door. That's pretty wild. They're all moved in now. We got a lot of people moving in. So far, folks are pretty nice. Everybody we've met. Let's see. Here's more of this. I'm just showing you guys what to. You know, I'm not going to be doing any too much crap today, but you know, I just want you guys to see this. It's the start of a new year, and I know a ton of guys that are coming. You know, some guys are coming and they're going to stay here. They're going to live here. And I recommend you come for the visit first. and see how you like it. Maybe stay a year. Don't commit. Keep your house where you're at. If you can get rented or something like that, and check this place out first. You know, look before you leap, and don't leap into Lipa. I'm telling you, unless you don't mind, you know, going a half a kilometer in an hour, you know, that's what you're going to get. And this stuff, I really got to watch keeping the kids out of here. I know they want to run, they want to play, they want to do all this, but this is a dangerous site. There's still a bunch of open septic holes. You know, look at all the crap around. You know, I don't want them running in there. And they're kids. They want to run and explore and stuff like we did when I was little. And you just got to be careful. Well, that's the way it goes. But we are super happy with our awning. The guys couldn't finish yesterday. They were working another job and they ran into some snags. And we're like, that's okay. We don't care. You know, get it when you can. There's a real nice fella. So he come and said, "Oh, we can't do it." So that's fine. Come get it whenever you get a chance. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It doesn't matter to me. You know, we got the basic structure up. Happy New Year. We got the basic structure up, and it's going to keep the rain off. So we're pretty stoked on that, and can put the tricycle in. You know, keep the dew off it. Here, like last night, they had big fireworks here and everything, and the moisture just settled. The car got soaking wet, even though it was warm. And well, things underneath the awning, they're not going to get like that. It's just you got to have a cover over something. You don't have to cover the sides. That's for rain, but for the dew, that settles on things, and we got this cover there now. Gutter looks pretty good to me. They got to put some paint on that, and pretty soon there's going to be a house here. So what's going to happen is our whole side's going to be closed in, and then that'll kind of make that more of a garage area. Our buddy Wes is going to be heading out of town for a little bit and go check out his pad in Central America and stuff, which is kind of cool. New adventure for him. But I wanted to show you this real quick, and then I'll let you go. This is probably getting kind of long. We're not really going to do much anything today. You know, we were pretty tired yesterday. Mumu didn't even make it till midnight. Faye cranked out, and it was tough to keep the eyes open. You know, we didn't get our nap yesterday. So, but see how it's going to be for ours. This is the same exact houses, and it's going to close off like this. And I don't mind that when they put this big thing going up, they actually tie this into the other house. So that's kind of cool. I like how they got their water. We wanted a water for our house right here, and they never put it in. Now we got one over there, which I wanted, but I wanted them to add one here too, and they just never. You know, the girl who was taking the notes on all the things I wanted, she quit or something, and then never gave the notebook to anyone else. So nothing really got done except what they had started on already. But guys, I'll be honest with you, if you're going to come here and build a house, if you have any construction experience at all, do it yourself and be there every day. The thing that happened with this house, I truly believe it, was we got COVID. You know what I mean? That came on. We weren't allowed to leave the province of Cavite to even come here. We were blocked at the border by military. Half the time we couldn't even leave our town. You know what they did. And now they're talking about this 15-day city stuff. Look into it, guys. Punch it in. Look into it. It's coming to a town near you. They got away with this first time. That was just a practice run. They're going to do it again. Now there's places all over. I just seen. It seems like the people in South America are standing up. They just went and destroyed a big harp facility down in Brazil. People just went in there and said, we've had enough. I'm also seeing people smashing these G things. Okay, so I got to be careful. You know, I don't want to get shut off again until I get the new channel going. The new channel, I am going to have absolute zero political stuff. If I have anything political, I'd like to notify you. I'll do it here. I'll keep this one going. I'll do it here. And then also, then if they shut this one down, I got the El Gore Beaks guys, you know, so you guys can check that out. But I still want to keep people posted on some of the stuff. But watch this 15-day city stuff. You know, you're go to my Telegram page. I posted it on my new Everybody one. And read this stuff. I put one on because the one fellow with the beard, I kind of like him. He's clear. He tells it like it is. But I've had 15 or 20 different ones about the subject. And they're making no bones. You know, when you look at these movies, you know, Dr. Evil and all that, they tell you their plan. You know, they all do. They tell you their plan. Why? I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. And they do this. Sharks with laser beams on their head. You know, they tell you the plan. And it's the same thing in real life. They don't know how else to act. They have to show this how they're going to dominate you. And it's, guys, if you know, I've been shrieking this for a couple years, and you can think I'm crazy if you want, but when they keep pulling this baloney on you, the way they locked everyone down for this thing that wasn't really a thing, and some people are still convinced. Oh yeah, it was. You know what happens every year? They never counted the numbers in 2019 with the FLU and how many people went, and the numbers didn't really change. You know, it was you fell for it because you didn't do your research. You didn't open up your eyes and look. It just, you know, God gave you senses and He gave you a gift, and there's nobody going to protect you like you. And if you let somebody run you like these people are running us, there's nothing I could do. And then I even know people that are like, oh no, you know, we got to listen. And the big one that got me, oh man, I have to do this before I go. Gene Simmons. Holy cow, he was the big one. You know, rally against the man. You know, you got to do all this. Now he's the biggest sellout in the world. Biggest stinking sellout. You better get your job, and if you don't, they'll put your job. All this. Watch some of his stuff he's got lately. These are the were the original anti-GOVT people, and now look at him. He's sold out to the man. You know, they're all a bunch of sellouts. These people, all these people that get on there. And I seen old Barbara Wawa just passed, and Pope, the Pope, the only Pope that ever resigned. They probably came in and told him, you know, or get out, and so he didn't play. Homie didn't play. He got out. You know, but stuff goes on with that. You know, it's amazing what goes on. But the kids are having just a blast today. We're not. I said we're not planning anything because look at the weather. Look how much it changed just since I started. Sun's gone. It's cooled down quite a bit, and lots of clouds. That's how it goes here. But one nice thing though, if you're not going to drive and you don't care about, you know, you're retired, you don't care about taking an hour to get into town that's only 1.5 kilometers, you know, this is a cool place to be. And if you really don't like heat, Tagaytay's a place to be. Better traffic in Tagaytay because their cops there move things much better. They get things really rolling nice. But here, it is amazing. Wes and me always laugh about this when the traffic control guys are off, and they'll all be off some days. That's when we can get into town in no time. Filipinos will go. They'll go, but when you got a cop that has nobody coming along his way, he's got one car coming 200 yards away, and he'll hold up 50 cars to try to hurry that one up through. You know, I've seen it happen. When you get here, you will be amazed when you get here. As soon as you get off the plane and you're riding in a jeepney or a bus or anything, and start looking around, and you're just going to go, what? You'll see. This is Rick Shaw out.